Hey guys, another episode down. I survived another week. All right, we are back with the Ready to Love rundown. I survived another week. Your girl survived another week. Hey, Camelites. Hey, Keisha. Hello. Yes, it's me. It's Joy. It's me. The hair is just blown out and frizzy. So y'all work with me. Hey, Brown Barbie. Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Lady XY. Hey, y'all. I'm waiting on my mama to come in because I know y'all want to see what, I know y'all want to know what she got to say. Because if anybody can be honest, it's my mommy. There she is. All right. We're going to get my here. I know y'all excited to meet my mommy. Hey, Chi-Town Boo. Chicago Barbie. All right. Hi, mommy.
Hi, baby.
Oh, I miss you so much.
I miss you too.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
You better not.
I'm not. We're gonna keep it cute. All right, we got everybody on here, mommy. We're matching.
Hi, everybody.
There's Ajua.
Happy cat.
Yes. I am from Chicago. Somebody asked where I'm from. Chicago. Listen, okay, guys. Now, before we get started, we got some ground rules. Number one, my mother's page is private, so don't go trying to follow her.
That's right. Don't follow me.
Don't go try to follow my mama. Okay.
Hey, Dantasia.
Oh, you see Dantasia here. Okay. And then, yes, I'm gonna try the slick ponytail. I'm gonna try that. Somebody put that in there. Yes, we're gonna try that next.
Don't you all just love Joy's hair?
Yeah,
I love her hair.
Thank you, mommy. And then two, don't come from my mama because
that's right. Don't come for me, else I'll come for you.
Right. I'm gonna come for you, and she gonna come for you. So don't try. So let's have fun. My mother's going to give you all the real, and I'm so excited to talk to her today about the show. So I appreciate you all showing some love. Show my mommy some love in the chat. Isn't she beautiful? Yes. Okay. All right, mommy. So we're gonna go ahead and kick this off because people want to know what you're thinking. Okay. So first question is, how did you feel about me going on the show?
Well, originally, yes. Originally, I was not happy about it. Mm-hmm. I felt like I'm not a reality show watcher.
Right.
So I felt like it was putting your business out there and people judging you that don't really know you. And I just didn't feel like it would do you justice. Mm-hmm. And, but it worked out for you.
Okay, so now that you've seen the show, because those were some of the same concerns I had as well. So now that you've seen the show, what do you think about me on the show so far?
I think you have been very tasteful. Mm-hmm. Very tasteful in your dress. Very tasteful in how you have presented yourself. I've been very impressed. I have been happy. I have been, I can say that everyone that I know that is watching this show is like, I just love Joy. She's so beautiful. And oh my gosh, she's a class act. Simone says you're a class act. Yes, she is,
yes.
Simone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Yeah, and so it has been a joy literally to watch you every week. And I have been anticipating each week when the show first started, and I was telling friends about it. You know, they were coming over. There was a group of 4 of us, and we were all watching together.
Watching our church folks show.
Yeah, the church folks, talking about the church folks. And we were all just really loving it. Your dad was sitting in there with us. So, he was making his little comments afterwards. We would ask his opinion.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed watching it together. And, we could discuss it in between commercials and things like that. So it was very, very, very fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. I am impressed with how you've carried yourself throughout the show so far. And, that rap scene was a little risque, but okay. You are grown, very grown. So,
Mommy, I'm almost 40. Come on.
I just said you're grown.
I know.
Right?
I just said the A word.
So it was all in fun, and and like I said, I have been pleased. Pleased. It's been nice to watch, and I have no complaints. You've done well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And people are saying you're so beautiful. Yes, she is. They see where I get my elegance from. Thank you, Teresa. And Portia's on here. Gianna's friend. She said, I don't think these guys are good enough for you, to be honest. I appreciate that. Okay. So we talked about me on the show, but what do you think about the show in general? Because again, we talked about not watching reality TV, because I didn't even watch reality TV before this. So what do you think about the show in general?
So what I think about the show in general, it's a good concept. I like the fact that you all are isolated, because I think it gives you more focus. Mm-hmm. If you were in your day-to-day routine, you would have all the distractions of day-to-day life. And I think that you wouldn't be as focused on trying to find a mate. Mm-hmm. This is so concentrated that you don't have a choice. Yeah. And so it forces you to seek out each other and really make a conscious decision on if you really are interested in someone. Mm-hmm. But I think that the resort is very romantic. There's lots of things that you all can do together. I love the intimacy of the lunch dates that you have, the breakfasts. I think that adds an element of, time to get to know somebody. I know that this is a show, and that, there's a lot of stuff that we don't see. Right. But absolutely. In terms of what we do see, and I don't know, if the show is steering things in a certain direction, because, who knows what ends up on the cutting floor. Right. And so, based on what I've seen, I think that it's a good concept. Mm-hmm. And I'm enjoying each cast member that's on there. I have my opinions. Yeah. Which I will remain silent on. But we're going to ask you about some of the cast members. So yes, we'll get to that. Yes. Okay. That's fair. Yes. Okay. So, since this is a dating show, and obviously, if anybody knows, my journey from divorce and all of that. So what type of guy do you envision me with? Well, I envision you with someone who is a go-getter. Yeah. I know that you have a certain personality. You are definitely charged. You're focused as an entrepreneur, and you have a criteria. In terms of, I don't want someone to just look at you and say, "Wow, she's gorgeous," and treat you as eye candy. Mm-hmm. And put you on this pedestal. I want it to be a relationship where you all can get down dirty and do the work to make the relationship work. Your dad and I have been together for over 30 something years. Yeah. And so it takes a lot to last that long. Mm-hmm. And so I say that I would want someone that respects you totally as an intellect, number one. And then and not
Yeah,
just eye
and
candy. I think if you're on the same page with that individual and you both are seeking to rise in terms of your careers and your personal and professional development, I
right.
think that you all can reach mountains and you can soar like
Yeah,
eagles.
absolutely.
So I think that is what I want for you, the kind of person that I want for you.
Okay. All right. So, it's funny. I'm looking at the chat and they're saying Jay, Edwin, or whatever. So, so we'll get to Jay and Edwin. But before Jay and Edwin, who would you pick for me on the show?
Before Jay and Edwin?
Well, or if it is Jay and Edwin, because now it is down to Jay and Edwin. So we'll skip that question. Who would you pick for me on the show? Because obviously we're at the point where it is coming down to Jay and Edwin. So well, not who will you
Those
pick?
two.
Yes. What do you think about those two guys? And then which one of those would you pick for me? So yeah, let's answer that question.
Okay, so
Right there, Rashid.
um, yes. So I think that at first I thought Jay was a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I love his voice. It's very sexy.
Mm-hmm.
But as I watched him interact and when people would ask him questions about you and Winter, he seemed indecisive. And it's like, hey, either crap or get off the pot, right?
Oh.
So my thing is Edwin seemed even though I know, like after watching this episode tonight, that he has had some issues, I think that is something that he can work through.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that I like about him is he's calming.
Yeah.
He's calming. He's very attractive.
Mm-hmm. You like that salt and pepper beard, don't you?
I don't like beards, but I find him it's something about him that I just find very attractive. And I like the way his hair is done,
Yeah.
But his voice is very calming to me.
Yeah.
And plus the thing that I think would be most important for you is that the brother can cook. Because we both know that you are a foodie. Can cook.
Yes.
You are a foodie.
I am.
And so I think that would be really, really good. And I think that he has overcome a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think that he is definitely ready to love. He is definitely mature out of what I've seen from the rest of the cast. And I think that he's ready. Even in spite of, whatever issues he may be having, I think that he is definitely ready to love. Yeah. And I think you all would be a good match.
Okay. All right. Okay. You said Edwin. Okay. So since we're talking about Edwin, what did you think about this tantric yoga scene?
I loved it.
What? I was like, oh God.
I thought it was so sensual, and I thought that he was so intuitive about you. When he said that you allowed him to touch you, I felt like he was the only person who picked up on that, and that he saw you. And I was so impressed by that because everybody else is just, like I said, they're looking from the outside. He was focusing inside, how you felt. He picked up on your feelings, and he approached you like that. He treated you like a lady. Every time I saw him with you, he treated you like a lady, and so he gave you your props, and he respected you. And I thought that was very, very key. I was very impressed with that. I thought, like I said, in terms of the yoga, like I said, it was very seductive. I think your dad and I should try that. I think your dad and I should try that.
All right. I don't need to know all that. Y'all go ahead with it.
So I thought that was a lot of fun. I would like to try that. I mean, really, I thought that was a lot of fun, and I thought that was a good idea to spiritually connect first.
Right.
Right. I think he said something about when he was having some difficulty sleeping, and he just got up and he just broke down. You know, I can't remember his term for God, but it wasn't God.
Yeah.
But he can get there. You know? But
yes,
I thought that he definitely, you know, I think he's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is a good guy. So you talked a lot about Edwin, but you didn't talk a lot about Jay. You just said he seemed indecisive. What else did you think about? So let's talk about kind of what you thought about the whole Winter Jay, me Jay, Winter Edwin, me Edwin. Like, what do you think? What are you seeing with the connection there? Do you think Jay has a stronger connection with Winter? Do you see the connection between me and Jay? Like, do you think the connection is stronger between me and Edwin? Like, what are you thinking there? Thanks, guys. I see all your comments.
I think that Jay is player. That's what I think. I don't think that he was committed to you because he still was interested in Winter. And I know that is the reason that everyone is there.
Right.
But I also felt like I didn't feel like he really, because he says one thing, but he was doing something else. And so that's where, and you know, for Winter to keep saying, well, I just don't know my place, you know, and I don't know what it is with Jay and Joy, and you know, so for her,
we both confused. Me and Winter are both confused.
Right. So I think that he played that on both sides. And so I found that to be distasteful. Either you want to be with Joy or you want to be with Winter. Make up your mind. That's what everybody's there for. So I don't think that he was committed, and so he's off my list. He's at the bottom. He's at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, all right. I hear you. I mean, you know, and I think, you know, just where we are in the show right now, I think, you know, the thing is the connection. I have a connection with both Jay and Edwin, just like, you know, Jay has a connection with both me and Winter. But like you said, at some point you have to decide what it is. And I think there's a very distinct difference between those connections, because I feel like for me, you know, what you all don't get a lot of, right, is me and Jay on camera. So you don't really, you hear about the connection that we have, but you don't see it. And so there is a level of vulnerability that you don't see between me and Jay, but there's also that vulnerability between me and Edwin. So, you know, it is like, it is a dating game, so to speak. And, you know, just like getting to know anybody. And so, you know, it is a clash of the titans, you know, essentially. And, you know, Winter and I, we were very close on the show, and we refused to let that come between us. We knew what it was, but at the same time, it's like, be clear about what you want. And so yeah, I definitely agree. And somebody said, I don't like any of them for you. Audra said, yes, Capricorn, Virgo. Edwin is a Virgo, Jay is a Capricorn, and I'm a Capricorn. So Capricorn,
well, you know,
somebody said Capricorn, Virgo is a big no.
I think that, you know, he's, so Pastor Green says he sees me, Mrs. Instagram.
Wait, he's on here? Green. He's on here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. My pastor's on here, y'all. I gotta behave.
I think that, you know, it's just like if you look at Adriana and Kalfani and Rashid. Make up your mind.
Yeah.
You know, where do you want to be?
But
And
sometimes it's hard, right? So we're dealing with a condensed amount of time, and you don't really get to know people because
right.
demons and all the skeletons in the closet don't come out until later. But so we're in a very
Absolutely.
condensed time. So how do you? I guess so. How do you do that in such a short period of time when you're like, if it's neck and neck, especially like, man, it's gonna come down to the wire, and you have to choose someone, right? So, especially if you have a connection, like for me, it's not like I had a connection with all 10 guys, right? I was like, okay, when it came down to it, it was Jay and Edwin. And so I was like, okay, these are both really good guys, but what is going to separate one from the other? And so that remains to be seen, what separates the one from the other. But, so it's interesting. So someone said Adriana's going after infatuation and she's going to lose out on Rashid. Well, we'll have to see. I love that y'all love my mama. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope that all I can say is if Jay chooses Winter, that's his loss. Oh, right. Well. Exactly. And I mean, I don't consider this show to be a place that you would actually find love. I mean, if you do, great. Right. But if you don't, at least you know what you don't want.
Exactly.
Like you can separate this out and say, hey, it's really not a good connection. It was fun while it lasted. Mm-hmm. I thought the wine tasting thing was really cute. Yeah. And I mean, there's always physical attraction before there's anything else. Because
right. Absolutely.
That's the first thing
you
see. Mm-hmm. So the next level is to get to know someone.
Yeah.
I like I said, I think he's a nice guy, but I just don't think he's right for you.
Who are you talking about?
Jay.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Edwin is more settled, and I think that he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
I know that some people were making a play for him at the end, but I think that he knows what he wants, and I don't know. It's something about him that I find very, very settling, and so I think
settling or unsettling.
Settling.
Mm-hmm. So what do you mean by that?
I think that he's very calming.
You're talking about Edwin.
Edwin. I'm sorry. I'm jumping back and forth.
I know. I'm like, wait. I'm trying to follow you.
Yes, I think that you are an Energizer bunny. You are going 24/7, and you have a lot of irons in the fire. You're career oriented, and someone that you would have a relationship would definitely have to be the same thing,
right?
But on the other hand, the calm spirit can calm you down when things are crazy,
right.
And so I think that he would be that person. Jay's cool, calm and collected, but I don't know if that translates into being an emotional support.
Yeah, I got
so I find that to be two different things. Mm-hmm. And yes, Sharice is saying balance. Yes.
Right.
So definitely that is what I see for you. Mm-hmm. So I would investigate Edwin a little bit further.
Okay. Y'all heard my mama. Y'all heard it. Audra said Edwin appears to want to connect with with me internally. Jay seems physically attracted on the show.
Exactly.
Somebody said, can I call your mom for dating that bystander?
I saw that.
No, you can't. You can't call my mom.
No, you cannot call me.
Yes. Somebody said, Joy, you was trying to tongue Jay down tonight. No, I wasn't. It was slow. They slowed that camera down. It wasn't that slow. I promise.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
little
like I said, you are all the way grown. And
I'm
Tasia, I saw your comment. Team Edwin. Yes, Team Edwin. And so I am so happy for you that that the show is working out for you. And even if Edwin does have issues and needs therapy, I still like him.
Yeah.
And so I think that he has potential. I really think he does.
He does.
And
he's a really good guy.
Exactly. And like I said, every time I saw you with him, he treated you like a lady.
Yes.
And I think that that is first and foremost.
Right.
And and I think that you deserve that. You know,
Miss Little said Jay tends to winter because he doesn't want to look like the bad guy, doesn't want to hurt her feelings. That's the salesman in him. Has to have a poker face at all times. All right.
Okay, that's just crap.
What? So, no, she said that about Jay.
That's who I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, why do you think it's crap?
I just
don't call it crap. Have you been drinking?
Well, I could say something worse, but but Pastor Green is on the line. But
okay,
I just think that Jay is not committed. That's what I think. I think that he is player.
Well,
he's attractive.
So that's what you're saying, the salesman side in Jay, and just trying to appease everyone.
Well, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
So you're saying it's crap that he's acting like that, not crap what she said.
Right.
Okay. I was like, that, you be telling people they comments are crap.
Yeah, I think that he needs to make a decision. And everybody else is making a decision.
Right.
You know, I mean, they have their upper two, but Pastor Green says he's a fan of Edwin too.
Okay.
Yes. And so,
but
I think that all men have issues now.
Yeah.
You know, so and I don't know, you know, if it's like childhood stuff or whatever is going on. And one of the things that Jay pointed out is that he wants the kind of relationship that his parents have had.
Right.
So if he wants that kind of relationship, he's got to put the work in to make that happen. If he really is into you like that, then he needs to go forward and make that happen. Yeah. If he isn't, then he needs to move on.
Yeah.
And so that's what I saw. Now get it. You got to remember
that we all have issues. Yes, we do, but some have different that are not compatible with your issues.
The thing is that
she's a Leo, y'all. My mama's a Leo.
Yeah,
they're trying to figure your sign out.
One of the things that I see is that Tommy is leading you all to make decisions, right? He's saying, okay, you need to figure out where you want to go and start pushing in that direction, right? And so I see him exactly as a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You are right, Pastor Green. So I'm just saying he seems double-minded to me. And so if you are going to pursue joy, you need to make up your mind. And so I don't say, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, put him on blast or anything, but if he wants that kind of relationship and he sees that may be a possibility for you and him, then he should pursue it.
Yeah.
But I think that Edwin has potential.
Yeah.
I think he has potential.
Yeah.
And I think that you should just try to check it out and see where it goes.
Yes. I agree. You know, I agree. I'm looking at both of them, right? Because my light went out. Because, you know, both of them. Right. Both of them have different things to offer, right? So you have to determine like what's more compatible for you in the end. And so yes, Audra heard me when I said therapy saves lives. It does, you know.
So what do you think about the two guys? What do you think?
You know, I think for me, I like I was saying earlier, I think that both of them, what you all don't see is a lot of me and Jay, so you
Right.
don't really understand the connection that we have. You hear about it when we're talking about it, and you see little snippets of it, but you're not really getting the full story,
Exactly.
how we develop that connection. So you see, you see the romantic side of me and Edwin, and the vulnerable moments that we have, which are very real, and that's
Mhm.
one of the things for me. Like, for me, this is not about acting. Like, I have real emotions involved. I was divorced, and so for me, I was opening myself up again to being vulnerable. So this is very real for me, because I know people
Exactly.
watch reality shows and they're like, they're just doing this for TV. But for me, I can't speak for all the rest of the 19 other people there. But for me, it was about, you know, being open-minded and just seeing what would happen. I had zero expectations, and I was like, let's see what will happen. So to kind of answer your question, I think that, both of them are really good guys, but it will come down to, in the end, like you said, that decisiveness and who will be the better match. Because for me, I am a big advocate of therapy. So it's like, okay, yes, let's do the work. Let's do the work together. You can heal each other through love. You can heal each other through love and therapy on top of that. You gotta have both. But yeah, so I think that and I can rap too. Exactly. Thank you. So yeah,
Right.
so I think that at the end of the day, is going to come down to what can I live with and what can't I live with. And obviously, you can't get all of a person in such a short period of time, but what the time you have to work with on the show, you just have to make a decision. Unfortunately, it's like it forces you to make a decision, and hopefully I make the right decision. So tell Amma I said, hey, yes, it seems like a lot of people are team Edwin. And so my mom is not a pastor, but she could be the first lady of the church. She could be. She's the church mother, like, for real. So yeah, someone said, I honestly watch reality shows, specifically this one, to learn and see myself through other people when I finally settle down again. And yeah, we're over 30. Like, we're dating in a pandemic too. Like, this is the most people I had seen during the pandemic. So I'm like, oh man, we get to see men, the men get to see women. Because honestly, guys, like, I don't feel safe out here with this COVID. You got to ask too many questions now. So I'm like, have you been tested for COVID? Because I don't, I don't know.
That is one of the things that I like about the fact that you all are isolated, because
right.
you're being tested on a regular. You're being tested on a regular basis, and you don't have to worry about being exposed because everybody's been there for several weeks.
Right.
And so, you don't have to worry about that. But I can tell you that, but I love the environment that you all are in. It gives you a chance to focus. Like I said, I think that the shows that have been done in the past you were still living your everyday lives. And so now you have this isolation, and you're forced to focus on each other. And I think it brings out the good and the bad. I'm glad Simone is gone. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I think she should have been gone.
Listen, you can say whatever you want, but we're gonna keep it tame. But you can say whatever you want, because you're not on the cast, so you have no obligations to the OWN network. So
okay, yay. So anyway, I thought that Simone should have been gone a while ago. I thought that she just had a lot of daddy issues, and she was, that she had a lot of problems. And I don't think she really ever connected with anyone. And so if she saw that someone was connecting with someone else, she tried to intercept that. So, like, she interjected herself into the whole situation with you and Jay, bringing in Winter, telling on her, and I was like, what? You
Yeah.
know, I didn't think it was her place. It was sort of like the same thing Shay did with Alicia and Brian and Alex, and so you know, glad they're gone. Stayed too long. So so I just think that it's going to be difficult next week for you all to choose
who to go home,
what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah,
and because it's getting down to the wire now. And yes, Portia, period, mom. Yep. And so, but I think that Anthony has stepped up, which is good. He has stepped up and started stepping out, trying to make some, some serious connections. I think he was a little Energizer Bunny and he was all over the place. And so now he's sort of, bounced on to Denise and, he and Winter and, like I said, Winter's been going through the whole show saying, I just don't know my place. And I'm just like, girl, please find yourself. Okay.
Mother.
Okay. So you said I'm not on the own network, so I say what I want to say.
We gonna cut this live short.
Okay. Cut.
All right, guys. It's been real.
Yeah, but I just think that I really do enjoy the show. I think that they have done a quality job in terms of how they have presented the cast. I ain't gonna even comment on Naya.
No,
all right, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Cut. We're gonna cut all of it. All right.
But it has been
She's
a
drinking that
great
wine, y'all. She's saying too much.
Right.
She's saying too much, y'all. Y'all have gotten more than the 20 minutes allotted for this.
Yeah, it has been
I can't let you talk about the girls on the show, which is sweet.
It has been enjoyable. It has been enjoyable to watch, I have to say. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a reality TV show person, but I really like the way that they've presented it so far. It looks like they're steering people in certain directions based on what they're showing us.
Right.
And, conversations that we've had. But I think that I like Tommy as nephew Tommy as a host. Yeah. I think he has done an awesome job. I would have loved to have been at that barbecue where they was throwing down because I saw those grits, and I'm telling you, everything looked delicious because I love food.
Listen,
too.
Tommy could throw down. That was him cooking for real. Okay, that was the best meal we had at the resort. Period. Okay, because that food, I think I lost about 10 pounds at the resort because that was terrible. Okay, probably wasn't supposed to say that, but the food, yeah. So
like I said, Edwin can cook.
Right. Everybody saying
keep that in mind.
Everybody saying you need to do your own lives so you can tell the truth and read the rest of these people. Y'all ain't gonna have my mama out here like that, okay? We gotta, we don't need the trolls on the internet coming from my mama, okay?
Somebody asked, where is the resort?
It is 2.5 hours outside of Atlanta.
So what town is it in?
It was Hiawassee, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Hiawassee, Georgia. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes, clearly my mom has her faves. And yeah.
I thought so we didn't talk about Lydia being on the show.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So what did you think about Lydia being on the show? See, y'all, she gonna have y'all on here all night. Okay.
Lydia was hilarious.
Yes. My God.
Hilarious. And you know what? She also checked Jay because she asked him, okay, so which one? Who was your number one? And and so I thought that she made Jay very uncomfortable. That was another reason that I sort of picked Edwin, because he already expressed how he felt. And
Naya's on here. She said, I'm going to follow you. She said, I need to get my beating. Naya from the show is on here. She said, Naya, look, she coming for everybody. Okay, you don't want it. You don't want it, Naya. Don't ask for it. She drinking this wine and it's too much. It's becoming. We gonna have to cut this live.
Naya. I still love you.
Yeah.
I still love you, Naya. I still love you. Naya is actually a beautiful woman.
She is.
She is a beautiful woman.
Yes.
Yeah, she is a beautiful woman. But I loved Lydia being on the show. I thought that she was very direct, and she asked the right questions. Yeah. And she put Jay on Front Street, and she she just asked. Hey,
yeah. So some people thought, like, why is she doing that? But I think that, I mean, the people want to know, because that's what we're here for, right? We're not here to just beat around the bush and make people feel safe. Like, it's about, I mean, your best friend, you want your best friend to ask those questions. That's true. Going to ask it. So I think that I felt uncomfortable in that moment for Winter, because you never want to hear that you're number two. And so I think about what would I have done if I were in that position. So, so I think I definitely felt her in that moment. I was like, dang, this is, whew. I'm like, I need a drink right here, so yeah, that was a very uncomfortable position to be in. So, but it helps her kind of move on.
Jay Benson is asking, how come I don't like Jay? It isn't that I don't like him. I just think that he's not a good fit for Joy.
For her baby.
That's right. and I believe that I should be honest. And I'm just telling you what I'm perceiving. See, we also have to remember, they shoot film for 12, 15 hours a day, and we see an hour's worth.
Right.
And so we're not getting the entire story. So the way that they're narrating this story for us, this is how I'm making my decision. I'm basing it on what I see.
Right. And that's all you have.
Thank you, Karina. And so
that's all you have. Oh, Karina, hey.
Yeah. And
that's all you have. That's all you have.
That is all I have. And so that is why I feel the way that I feel. And so like I said, I thought that Lydia was right on point, asking the right questions. Right. And so it's just like Denise's friend asked Chris, where do you stand on finances?
Oh, Naya's friend asked Chris. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think
Charlene said, yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that, people came wanting to get answers because these are people that they care about. Lydia definitely cares about you. And so she was going straight to the point. She didn't waste no time. She didn't pull no punches. She was direct.
Right.
Which is who she is. So, she did what she had to do. And so
somebody said, would have been cool for Chris to have a date with Joy. Well, not really, because we're like the homies. That's no dates there. But me and Chris were cool. I was gonna ask you something else, but I just think, Sharice had said, it's not about number one or number two, it's about who you have better alignment with. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So I mean, and that's what it's all about, and so that's what I was saying earlier, like there are things that you all don't see, about me and Jay's connection, about me and Edwin, there's just a lot. There are other people I connected with that you don't see, but the relationships that stand out, that's what is being focused on. Oh, Lenora's on. Yeah.
Hey,
so yeah. So I think someone said I wish the editing gave a more accurate picture of what was going on. Yeah. You would hope that, but like my mom was saying earlier, sometimes we were filming for 14, 15-hour days, and so to capture all of that and you're following 20 people's stories, and then the smaller the group gets, the easier it is to follow those stories. So so we have to, you're seeing what you see. So, how do I feel about Naya and Chris? I mean, I love both of them, which is very hard for me to speak on both because I love both Chris and I love Naya. And so I think that, again, there's a lot that you don't see in the background. And so, and Naya don't play no game. So
I don't think I think that was unfortunate. But the way she went off the set, I think said it all.
mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's what you're seeing, right? So, and you only have that to go off of.
And again, this is one of the things that I'm saying is that we are not seeing everything. We don't see what hit the editing floor. And so from that perspective, we have to think of, okay, who knows what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
That hit the editing floor.
Right.
And like I said, they're narrating the story.
Right.
They want you to see a certain thing. Mm-hmm. And so they depicted it that way from the editing floor. Yeah. And so what they showed us is how they wanted us to perceive these individuals. And
right.
So,
and like someone said earlier, they have a show to sell. So, there's going to be elements of drama and what have you. So
have to have the drama.
We got to keep y'all on your toes.
Yeah. Have to have the trauma. And I think that is one of the reasons that certain people have remained on the show as long as they have, because I'm sure, and I can tell you from the texts that I get during the shows and from my church folks that we've been watching, that they have felt the same way. They were like, nah, they should be gone. I mean, so, it's all perception because we are only seeing a certain thing. And yes, I know Naya had her boyfriend down there waiting in Atlanta for her. But you know what? I'm not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. So I'll just say that they are narrating the show the way they want us to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we have to, all we can go on is what we see. Yeah. And so, because I don't know any of these people except you. And so, the saints be knowing, Karina, you're right.
The saints be knowing. As Cherie said, baby, the church folks got their discernment turned on extra high.
Absolutely, Karina. So I just feel like the show is being narrated a certain way, and so we can only go based on what we see, and that's the way they want us to deal with it based on what we see. And so I'm sure all these people are fantastic in their own way. I like Halfani. Actually, I liked Halfani going in. I didn't necessarily consider him someone for you, but I'm telling you, all of us, all the church girls, we all liked David. We all liked David. Yes.
David is sweet, but David was too slow with connecting with folks. He didn't hit the ground running like the rest of them. David was sitting back and just.
And it was so unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I know it's so unfortunate, but I thought David was a sweetie pie. He was definitely sexy. Oh my gosh. And I'm not a beard guy, but David had it going on. And so I just thought, and we all thought that he was definitely a good fix. Yeah. So I was sorry to see him go, but I know he had issues, wellness, but but I just say that he was definitely sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Dad?
Yeah.
Where's Dad?
Huh?
Where's Dad?
In the bed, girl.
Oh man. All right, guys. Well, that is enough for tonight. Okay, we are going to wrap it up here. I'm so glad you all got to meet my beautiful mother. She is amazing. And I told y'all, she gonna be real. Listen, this is the highest watched show, mommy. People were.
Hey, I just
People
want
wanted
to
to
thank
know what you had to say.
everybody. I just want to thank everybody, and I know that if your sister were here, she would be so proud of you.
She would.
She would be very, very
She
proud.
would, because she did not want me going on the show.
There's water. There is water in the bottle. There is water in the
now
bottle.
You got water.
There
water
is
to
wine in the glass.
Wine to water, water to wine.
Yes, exactly. But I just know that she would be very, very proud of you, as we are. We think that you are doing an outstanding job on the show, and just holler at Tommy and tell him that they did an excellent job with the show, and I'm proud, very, very proud of you.
Thank you, Mommy.
And you have done an excellent job. You have done an excellent job.
You have
made Victory Apostolic Church proud.
Thank you. Now everybody know where you go to church. Don't be stalking my mom.
They don't know what city it's in.
Well, they can look it up. Don't
There's
be
more than one Victory in Chicago.
Really? There it is right there. Don't be stalking my mama, okay? Don't be stalking my be niche. Okay, so I have not straightened my hair since last year. I straightened it in July 2018. I wore it straight for about, 6 months or so. So I haven't straightened it since then. So it's been a while. So yeah, I have straightened this stuff right here. It's frizzy, and it's going back to curly next week. So yeah.
I love the look. It makes you, it reminds me of Kerry Washington, of course. I've always felt like you look similar to her. So, but I like this look. I like this look.
Yes.
You can keep it a little longer.
Thank you. So like Audra said, that's where we can send donations to. Right. Go ahead and send to Victory Apostolic and shit. Put it out there. They'll be trying.
Exactly. Madison, Illinois.
Don't be stalking my mama. Okay? Just don't be stalking my mama. I think she has, air dry. No, I stretch dry my hair. So I hold the dryer out.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because I don't want to put that direct heat on the hair. So yeah, that's a whole process. Girl. Yeah. DM me if you want to know some more tips on the hair. All right, we trying to get my mama out of here because she been drinking.
Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you all tuned in. I hope you all enjoyed it. And Joy is a beautiful host inside and out. And I really, really, really appreciate you guys.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all showing love to my mommy. And I'll be back next week with another guest. I mean, it won't be my mama, but I'll be back with another guest. Love you, Mommy. Love you guys.
Too.
All right. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye, Simone.